Yes, this is the second video that I have made. I am facing currently the north, and behind me is the south, and to my left, as I stand showing this video, is the temple, which is the west, and this street is facing the east. Yeah, and this is the west. So we are entering the door, and so basically from inside the house, when you open the door to the outside, it is facing the south. So I'm just entering the house, and yeah, the door is very low. So as you enter the house, currently there are a few steps, and you can step on to something called a porch. You could this probably used to be a non formal living room where outsiders could be entertained, maybe like a sit out or what, or possibly during olden days when you had villagers walking, and if there was too much of sun, they could probably come and rest here for a while and have some water or something of that kind. This is the roof. The height of this door currently will be a little less than 6 feet. Okay, and yeah, and the main entrance to the house after the sit out is at least about 2.5 feet higher. You need to step up and then come in, and these are the old wooden doors. I'm going to show you this. Very interesting, lovely wooden doors. I don't know if they can be reused or refurbished or whatever it is, but it looks beautiful, and I'm sure it must be teak wood. Currently there's just a carpet on the flooring, below which is a mud flooring with the red mud. So this is like a passage, not very tall again, probably about 7 feet in height, quite narrow. I think it will be about 4 feet, this passage, as you enter. And this is like the passage continues all the way right through the kitchen till the end of the house. And here's an attic. Here are some staircases that lead to the attic. This again is beautiful. It's a lovely structure. There's a small door to the left which is currently locked, where it's spacious enough for a kind of a, I don't know, you call it a non-formal formal living room or whatever. So people can even sleep there. It can also be used as a bedroom easily for a couple. So this is the main house. The roof tapers down towards the passage, and this is the formal living room as we enter. So this is the formal living room. The structure has remained the same. Most of it has remained the same. This is another room which is just below the attic. It's also referred to as the machimul. So this is another room. The attic also is of a similar size, this room. So this room probably is about it's purely an estimate, but it's probably about 12 by 12. Yeah, 12 feet by 12 feet, or maybe a little more than that. But the ceiling is very low. The ceiling is just about 7 feet here currently. So I'm just turning back to the door. Most of this is actually the ceiling. The beams have all remained the same, except a couple of them that have been replaced. I think this is one that has been replaced to strengthen the whole structure. And we now come, this is what I would call the formal living room, where family members are called in and entertained, or very guests who really matter a lot are invited into the house and entertained. This is the staircase, the back side of the staircase that takes you up to the attic or the machimul that I'm looking at. And on the left hand side there is a small elevated part which would have served as a puja room, is what I guess. So there are these wooden pillars. These are all part of the original structure. Nothing has changed. And yeah, I am entering the main hall, and this the door this actually the door leads to the passage which I spoke to you while entering from the main entrance. So this whole part would probably be about anywhere between 15 to 18 feet, I think, in terms of width from left to right as you're seeing it from my angle, and in length I feel this may be about 30 feet approximately from the door leading into the formal living room till the end of this room, which is the kitchen. There's somebody at the door, so let me just check who has come. Vanda. There's somebody who's just come to sell tamarind, which is supposed to be very popular in Kerala. So I just said that we wouldn't want it. So I'm now taking you to the kitchen. This is another door. I love these doors in Kerala. They really look good. I'm just going to put on some lights if they're working. Yeah. So the locking system is also very unique. You just it's a free lock kind of. You just open this latch to the left and right, and you have to lift this lever. It's a wooden lever, so you just lift this lever up and the door opens. So I'll just show it to you. I'm able to do it with one hand. I'll just try to do it. Yeah, so this is what it is. So it would be nice if this door can be reused in some form, maybe refabricated, maybe given additional reinforcement of some kind. The ceiling height, if I take it to the right to the top, is probably a little over 20 feet, or maybe somewhere between 15 and 20 feet is my estimate. I'm not very sure about that. Okay, at this height, this will be about 10 feet where you see the end of this wall. Yeah, that's the level. It's about 10 feet. So we go into the kitchen, and yeah, this is the working station at the kitchen, and this is facing the west. As I stand and walk in the kitchen, this is where we generally have the gas stove, and this faces the west. And yes, this door again connects you to the same passage which runs all along the house, right from the time you cross the non-formal living room and enter the house all the way till the end. So one can actually go across to the backyard right from the passage also. So this is another door. Again, these are all old structures. There's quite a bit of cobwebs in the ceiling also. And what I like about the ceiling is they've got these terracotta tiles, and they've also got space for glass to let in the natural light. And this is a feature in the roof right through the house. Yeah, everywhere, so that you have a lot of natural light coming in also. So during a nice sunny day, you really don't need to put on all your lights unless required. And this is the door that leads you to the washrooms, which are currently outside the house. I'll just try to open. Again, it's the same latch concept, the same latch that works, and these are all original doors that have been kept and retained. I'll just try to 1 minute. I'll just open the door and then I'll show it to you. Yeah. So this is a small little wash area that they have outside the house. There's a small little creepy crawly creature that's here suddenly. You can watch it as it moves. It's probably been native to this place. This is a small wash area, and this area will probably be about 8 feet by 8 feet. Yeah, and these are the two washrooms. Excuse me, they may not be the cleanest right now because nobody's been staying and nobody's washing, but yet I'd like to show it. Yeah, there's a commode, and there's a dry, that could be probably the dry area, and the wash area where you have the taps and other things. This has been recently constructed actually. This was constructed less than 15 or 20 years back because uncle just wanted to make it a little convenient for his sisters who were getting old to use a western style commode. Otherwise it was only the Indian style that was there. And similar to this is another washroom. Both are side by side, and yeah, a similar kind of arrangement where there's a commode and there's also a wash area. So when you have people, you can actually have two toilets. This is the current arrangement as we speak. And here I step onto the passage which is actually leading to the backyard, and this is a door. This is again something that has been recently installed, which if you recollect, right from the time you enter the main, you cross the non-formal living room and you enter the house, all the way you can come right to the backyard through this door. Let me try and show it to you if I can. Actually, this is the passage. You can't really see it, but this leads you right out to the main entrance from where we came in, and this is the backyard. The passage, yeah, the passage runs right through the house, and we are now getting into the backyard. So these are again iron doors with the old system. I'll just try to open it. Yeah, I'm now getting into the backyard. Yep, and this is the backyard. Currently it's not kept very well, but this extends all the way right till the end of the wall that you can see. Yeah, you can see the wall. There's a wall that you can see. It extends all the way till there. This is a beautiful well, and it's nice that there's still water in this well. It's a huge well, and during monsoons I have been told that this actually overflows also. It's basically kept covered so that you don't have too many leaves and branches falling down into the well. So this is what the well looks like, and beyond the well there's some undergrowth that has not been trimmed or tamed. You have a few coconut trees that are there, and yep, and this is what the house looks like from behind. Yeah, as you see, this door that we see is where I entered the backyard from, and this passage, this is leading to the passage which takes you right to the main door. You can actually walk through without entering the formal living room or the kitchen. So this is what the house is. I will also send you exact measurements a little later. And yeah, there's a lovely papaya tree. There are papayas also on the tree, and plenty of space. There are some coconuts. There are some small coconut trees which can actually be planted. They're like saplings basically. I can see at least 2 of them. And yeah, this is the neighbor's plot. This is the neighbor's plot, and yep, I don't know whether you can see it. I'm really not able to estimate the distance, but I feel this would easily be from the door till the end of the wall, would approximately be about 25 meters. Yep, if that's my estimate. There's no way one can exit from there because there are houses on the other side, so the entrance to the house will be only from one side. Yeah, and this is what the elevation looks like. Yeah, and again, to give you directions, I am facing the south, and this is the north, this is the east, and Yep, I'll just take you east, west, north, and south. Yep. Yeah, east, west, north, south. South is behind me. Yeah. So beautiful trees, beautiful trees. This actually is from the neighbors, but it's actually flowering. Most of it is flowering in this backyard of yours. So that's it. Here there's a tank, a water tank that has been created to store water. You have two sources of water. You have the Malambarai water also, and you have the municipal corporation water also that comes for use. There should not be a problem for water, but sometimes they do have issues. Yep. Here's another sapling, a coconut sapling that's around. Okay. Cheers, guys. I'll make another short video as I walk out of the house.